Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking another look here at Gala. Actually, it's been a few days since we covered this, but when we looked at it last, we had this descending trend. It has since been broken and taking off, doing very well. So we're going to talk about key level resistances and support, and just kind of double check some back-end data too to be sure to kind of understand where liquidation lies. Because again, folks, to clarify, liquidation levels are not support levels, but a lot of times they will aggregate there and kind of just hang out there because of the fact that there's potential areas of support and resistance. So at this point, there's not much left down to the downside unless you go really far down. Honestly, I think 3.9 cents is fairly unlikely at this point. We might take a few more days to get there, but generally speaking, we've shifted that momentum. In other words, even though we have a heavy concentration down that level, we're closer to this upper level at 4.8, upwards of 5.1. So I think those are going to be the areas to kind of focus on and what might be a consideration for a take profit target. Okay, so again, that's generally where I like to kind of hedge my my longs or shorts, right at those key levels to kind of see, because a lot of times that liquidity sweep it'll happen. It's just kind of almost an inevitability, right? Because greed is a very real thing. It's one of the most ever-present things in the market. Looking at the daily time frame, let's go ahead and double check this here. We can kind of see, if we look at the larger time frames, we are over the 100-day SMA, below the 20. We want to get over that 20 to get over kind of this little short-term downtrend, because we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth day to try to retest that downtrend in the last week or so. So getting above that level is going to be huge. Okay, so I would like to say a closure at this 4.8 level or higher would give us some confirming factors to consider a long position. We can see there's a lot of volume accumulated at this 4.2 range. If we were to zoom out a little bit further, we can see roughly just 4 cents even as a rough estimate. So 4 cents is that heavy concentration of volume. So good news is there's not a lot of volume above us, implying that we don't have a lot of resistance in that regard. We do take a look at the money flow index, stochastic RSI, or traditional RSI. These are all fairly favorable, minus the fact that we're not over 50 yet, but you can't expect that right now with the kind of downtrending we've seen here lately from the market. So really looking pretty solid in the daily time frame. 4 hour, very similar scenario, just getting tested, rejected by the 50-day SMA. We can see the price action pulling back as well. So generally speaking, with everything working out the way it is, this is actually quite favorable position. We can see we're over 50 on the RSI. That's a key factor for me. While money flow index is fairly low, this is a weekend. We got to recognize that. And stochastic swinging up, MACD's also converging. These are all bullish signs here. Okay, so while the price could pull back and retrace a little bit, let's double check the hourly to see what that might look like. We're looking pretty solid here in an overall sense. Okay, take a look, of course, at the Ichimoku cloud and the hourly. We can confirm that this level here at about 4.6 is that area of support if the price were to pull back. If we do take a look at the most recent point of control too in the last, 5 or 6 trading days, we can see roughly 4.6 and a half is that point of control. So price pulls back, that'd be an area in which we could see the price retrace and bounce. So I'm going to set my alert here for somewhere in the 4.7 range, just to kind of get confirmation if the price were to pull back, hit that level and bounce. We may be able to see the price continue further up from here. But generally speaking, at this point, looking pretty solid in the overall sense. Everything on the hourly looks good. 4 hour looks pretty decent. And the daily is above average considering the overall circumstance. Gala has held fairly well at this level. We had this double, almost triple bottom here at about 4.4. So realistically, the likelihood of the price going up from here is greater than going down. Okay, so what does that mean for you? Well, if you're going to take a trade, it just means you want to use low leverage, low position size, because the market right now, even though I recommend that in most cases, it's even more relevant here because of how the condition of the market. Okay, again, Bitcoin is kind of a weird place right now with Bitcoin halving. This happened last time too, where we had like a lot of chop for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then it eventually tapers out and figures out its direction. Right now, we're kind of stuck between 60 and 70K for Bitcoin, so Gala will continue to jump around, but it's looking much stronger than most coins. So I think you have a favorable position if you're going to consider a trade to the upside. But again, just be careful and ensure you move your stop loss higher as you move into profit. That's really the bottom line. Secure profits when you can. Don't get super greedy. Okay. Thanks again for watching, folks. Hope you had a good learning experience here. Comment below, like, subscribe, follow if you haven't already. Deeply appreciate that. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Thanks again. Take care.